solemnly swear
Thanks for staying with us, everyone. Our attention is turned to Ondo politics, where it seems some lawmakers are not buying the position of the Speaker as regards the endorsement of the incumbent governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa. Special advisor to the Governor on Information, Gbenga Omole, joins me on the program. So we have a very few minutes to have this conversation. We like to keep the pace fast. You have just about maybe 2 minutes to answer each of my questions. That way I can get more into, the few minutes we have. Thank you so much for joining us, Akogo. Let's begin with a controversy about the number of lawmakers who actually have thrown their weight behind Mr. Governor. How come the Speaker said, quoted 18, when 13 have now written a petition out of a 26-member House of Assembly? Akogo, unmute yourself if you can hear me. Yes, please go ahead.
Sure. Thank you, Nifemi. It's my pleasure to be here this evening. But first, let me quickly correct this. When the graphics for this program came out, a lot of people were saying, Aiyedatiwa is not yet 100 days in office. And I said, beyond 100 days is not our making. That's the name of your program. We are just less than like a few days to 80 days in office. So back to your question.
So let me also give clarity to what you have noted. Beyond 100 days is tracking, 100 days of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And what is happening in Ondo is also happening beyond 100 days of Mr. President. I hope that clears there.
Yeah. So on what you just said, it's very funny for us to see a news that was planted in the media space that 13 members of the House Assembly. First of all, what the Speaker said on the day of that declaration was that 18 members of the House Assembly are endorsing the governor. And this is not a new thing. I was a member of the Night Assembly, and we did this for our late governor when he wanted to run for second term. About 20 of us, then 20 or 19 thereabouts. We even went to Abuja. So for the majority leader of the House Assembly now, who was part of that team that endorsed Akeredolu then, and I even went to Abuja, for him to now come out. The quick one, Nifemi, anything that comes out of the House Assembly on this kind of thing, they have to put their name and signature. There's no name and signature on any document that says 13 members pass a vote of no confidence on the Speaker for endorsing the governor. It's just a news that was planted on the social media by mischievous people. Let me tell you this. Some of these members are even outside the country now. One has denied. Others, maybe, this political time. A lot of things are happening, but at the appropriate time.
Okay, so the video you talked about is showing right now where members of the Ninth Assembly actually endorsed the former governor. But yes,
went to Abuja and we endorsed Akeredolu. Some even came back with COVID then. You understand? So for the present majority leader, who is very obvious and conspicuous in this video, to now say that it's on Parliament does not endorse. It's a global practice. In the United States of America, Congress endorses whoever they want to endorse.
I get your point clearly, but the bone of contention here isn't whether or not the lawmakers are supporting the incumbent governor. I think it's a question of how many of them, because the Speaker mentioned 18, and from the letter we have seen, it doesn't add up.
At the appropriate time, 18. You will see the 18 with their signature.
But what do you think these other lawmakers have against the incumbent governor for them to have reacted so swiftly?
Well, we have 22 members of APC in the House of Assembly presently, all of them cannot support the governor. That is clear. We have one or two that are supporting other aspirants, but I can tell you without minding word that Aiyedatiwa has majority of the members of the House of Assembly, and in a few days' time, they will come out and say and endorse him physically, and you will see their signature. Therefore, this purported 30 members, I can tell you that 13 members does not exist that pass a vote of no confidence on the speaker for endorsing Mr. Governor. That is a lie.
Governor Aiyedatiwa got sworn in December last year. Talk to us about the quality of relationship he's enjoyed with the members of the House of Assembly in Ondo.
Governor Aiyedatiwa, as you know him, you know what happened in Ondo in the last 8-9 months. He's somebody that does not keep malice with anybody, somebody that has forgotten whatever happened. If you see the governor and the speaker now, you think they are blood brothers. The relationship between him and members of the House Assembly are very cordial. In fact, a few days ago, the governor and few members of the cabinet, including myself, had a meeting with members of the House Assembly, the APC caucus in the House Assembly. They number around 17 or 18. About 2 of them were not around. We held a meeting. We talked about development of the state. We spoke about a lot of development issues. So he has a very good relationship with the members of House Assembly. So, like I said, primaries, all this thing is happening because of the primary election that is coming in a few days' time. We know where everybody belongs. And just the majority leader that granted an interview that said 30 members, I'm asking him to come into the open and bring the signature of this 30 members. You know, he's from Owo, and the deputy governor is from Owo. So he has lost relevance in the scheme of things in APC in his hometown, because a few days ago, all the leaders in Owo, from the deputy governor to all the ward chairmen, to all critical stakeholders, all notable leaders in APC in Owo, endorsed Mr. Governor. And this really rattled them, and they were trying to plant some news in the media to discredit that. The question is that if you believe that those people that endorse the governor in Owo are not in the majority, go and do your endorsement to your aspirants and let us see. The truth of the matter is that the rate of endorsement Aiyedatiwa is getting every day is making his opponent to be jittery. And that is true. The kind of love that is being shown at the governor, at times I just look at this man and I say, indeed, he's a lucky man, because pure love, undiluted love, people that you don't even expect to support him are supporting. And some people are not even coming in the open to support him. They are not even showing it. So he has.
What really matters with the support, you agree with me, Akogu, is that it translates into majority of vote in April for the primary election. But I also have a member, one of the 13 lawmakers who actually wrote that petition, joining us on the program this evening. Honorable Tunji Fabi is a member of the Ondo State House of Assembly. Just a minute, Akogu. I'm going to get back to you shortly. Honorable Fabi, perhaps you can enlighten us and give us more clarity as to the position of these 13 lawmakers regarding what the Speaker said at Mr. Governor's declaration. We probably will get that connection better, and perhaps if you can hear me, you can join with your audio on Zoom. Akogu, what do you think really is happening here? Because Aiyedatiwa used to be the deputy for the former governor. A video of the former governor endorsing him also was online some months ago. What happened to that relationship such that we now have stakeholders, particularly from the Akete camp, who apparently are not supporting his emergence as next governor?
Nifemi, nothing happened in the relationship between Aiyedatiwa and Akete till he died, and that is the truth. Some people are just playing some narrative. The cabal, they were the people, you know, for a very long time, the late governor was not accessible to any of us. We are Team Akete. Aiyedatiwa is the legacy of Akete. You understand? So, because we don't have access to the governor, a lot of people does not have access to him because of his condition. Then he was He was down. He was in Germany for several months, and he was brought back from Germany. He was in Ibadan. So these people do not allow anybody to have access to him. So they started planting so many stories in the media. And Aiyedatiwa, I can tell you wholeheartedly, because I'm an insider, I'm one of the few people that have seen Aketi in his Sundays. And so Aiyedatiwa. So Aiyedatiwa is the legacy of Aketi. Whatever anybody says, that are tissues of life. There is no issue. There was no issue between Aiyedatiwa and Aketi until he died. Some people, this set of people, were the people that are changing the narrative because they have an agenda, an evil agenda that we don't allow it to happen in Ondo State.
We have to go now. In a minute, if you can, you're a special advisor to the governor on information. He became governor a few months ago. Now he's declared for the election in September, eyeing a primary election in April. What happens to governors in the state, in the midst of all of this politicking?
My brother, Nifemi, governance is not stopping. We just had a second ESCO yesterday, whereby over 3.47 billion was approved for the rural roads. So a lot of the a project Light Up Akure was approved. The governor has flagged off rural road. The governor, in a few days' time of weeks, the governor will flag off a road, a very important road, from Ilaje to Lekki. It will take you like less than 50-kilometer road that will take you less than 40 minutes from Ilaje to Lagos State. So governance has not been affected by the preparation for the primary election. The governor is in office. Like I said, we had an ESCO yesterday that ended until 9 p.m., whereby we deliberated on developmental issues that affect the citizens of this state. And we did a press whereby we intimidate the journalists. What we did.
That's our time.
Coming up.
Gbenga Omole is a special advisor to the governor on information. Thank you so much for talking to us. I understand that Honorable Fabi has joined us now, but we may have to reschedule an exclusive with you tomorrow on the program. We had issues connecting with you earlier. And thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. That's our show today. You can watch it again at midnight and at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Nifemi Okuntoye.